Hey friends, welcome back to the Guitar Max channel, and we are now on the cusp of 2025, and I'm checking out another incredibly well-built guitar, a new model from Eart Guitars. Now, Eart has made some incredible guitars in the past. This is my T380, which is one of my favorites, but this new one that I've got here, I think is going to be the one to beat for the coming year. This is going to set the new standard. So here it is. This is the Eart DMX-10, and at first glance, you're probably thinking, Max, this guitar has a lot of the same features that the previous Eart guitars have had. And well, it does have some of the same features. Everything on here has just been taken to the next level, and there's one feature, one piece of this guitar in particular which has truly blown my mind. Let's actually talk about that first, and it is right here, the bridge. This bridge has unbelievably good tuning stability. Now, this is not a double locking bridge, it's not a Floyd Rose style bridge, and in the past I have always recommended a double locking bridge if you want real tuning stability. Vintage style Strat trims or 2-point bridges like this one here, typically, in the past, I have always considered them to be a compromise. On one hand, you're trying to get good tuning stability, but on the other hand, you don't want to deal with the cost and maintenance of a Floyd Rose bridge, and so you end up settling for tuning stability which is mediocre at best. But here's the thing, I couldn't get this bridge to go out of tune. And it's like this right out of the box. This bridge here, which Eart Guitars made, has the best tuning stability of any non-double locking bridge I have ever used. And tuning wise, it's just as good as a Floyd Rose, but this is way simpler. You don't have a locking nut, you don't have any fine tuners, the whole thing overall is less expensive compared to if you had a Floyd Rose bridge on this guitar. It just works, and honestly, this is what traditional Strat type bridges wish they could be. Now, I'll be totally honest here, I don't know exactly what Eart has done to get this thing to work so well, because the overall design I don't think is that different compared to like a Wilkinson 2-point bridge or something like that, but this one just works so well, and like I said, I really put it through its paces. I could not get it to go out of tune. Okay, now what else makes this a great guitar? Well, the body is roasted mahogany. The neck and fretboard is roasted maple. You've got locking tuners. You've got 24 of the stainless steel rounded ball frets. It's in a nice medium jumbo size. These are actually slightly larger frets than on my T380. You also have the truss rod adjustment down here at the neck pocket, which I always love. And it has not only a compound fretboard radius, but also a compound neck profile. So the entire thing, both the fretboard radius and the neck profile, it's rounder up here by the headstock, and then on both sides it flattens out as you get closer to the body. Now this paint here is a little bit difficult to see on camera. I'll try to put in some close-ups with some, the lighting at the right angle. It's not exactly like a flat or even satin finish. It's almost like a satin metallic finish. It's got a very slight kind of sparkle to it. And I should mention that the guitar comes in several other colors, like most of the Eart stuff. Okay, now I gushed about the bridge already, but the other thing is the pickups and the controls. These are Eart humbuckers. They sound fantastic, which you'll hear in just a minute. They're not microphonic or anything like that. And you've got a 5-way selector switch, and you have coil tapping. And the deal is, they're calling this the DMX-10. Part of the reason they call it the DMX-10 is between the 5-way selector switch and the 2-position coil splitting control, you get 10 different tones on this guitar. And what about the price, right? Well, right now this guitar is going for about $640 on Amazon. As usual, I'll have links down in the video description below. Anyway, talking about tones, let's get into the demo so you can really hear what this guitar sounds like, and also hear some more with this this bar down here, right, the bridge, and how well it holds its tuning stability. But of course, guys, real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, checking out cool new guitars and staying up on all the latest news in the guitar universe and you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing right now. Okay, let's go ahead and plug this in. I'm going to use my trusty Boss IR200 amp and cabinet simulator for the demo, and let's listen to how this thing sounds. Okay, now I hate to keep harping on the bridge here, but I gotta, add a few extra things here. Of course, the bridge stays in tune, just excellent, like hopefully you heard in the demo. But the thing is, in the past, when I've been kind of complaining about vintage style Strat trims and also even the 2-point bridges like this one, I've complained about them, and that's because almost all of them just don't work that well. There's kind of a spectrum. They either are from bad to mediocre. And people have been, going in the comments and be like, well, Max, you don't understand. If you do this and you do that, then the bridge will work better. And it's always like you have to string the guitar with the strings backwards, or you have to make changes to the nut, or you have to use some kind of like special lubricant for the saddles and all this stuff, or you replace the tuners. Okay, fine. If you make a bunch of changes to the guitar, then of course you can expect it to work better if you're doing some kind of, voodoo to it or something. But I just want a design that works right from the get-go, right? I just want a great design that works right out of the box. Somehow, Eart has managed to do it with this bridge right here. The setup of the guitar is very good. I haven't done any changes to it, so I'm sure the setup of the guitar has a lot to do with the tuning stability. But yeah, guys, like I said, I understand if you do a bunch of tricks and things like that to those old classic bridges, they can work better. But again, just give me something good that I don't have to screw around with to make it work well. So guys, like I said at the beginning of the video, I think for me, this is kind of the guitar to beat for a modern guitar. You know, if you're a fan of guitars that have been made or manufactured in the past 5 years, where we have all these cool features like the rounded ball in frets and the roasted woods, all this stuff that 15, 20 years ago, it would have cost you thousands and thousands of dollars to get that stuff. Now you can get it on a guitar that costs hundreds of dollars instead of thousands. It's a huge difference. And if you're looking for a great modern guitar like that, you cannot go wrong with this guitar. You can play just about any style you want to play. It holds tuning. It sounds great. It's easy to play. Such a comfortable neck. And look, guys, if you're still on that train of like, only Gibson is good enough for me, things like that, yeah, this is a made in China guitar, but Eart is kind of a funny name. It's certainly not as well known as Fender or Gibson or Ibanez or something like that. But guys, this is just a great guitar. Okay, there's no argument about it. And you can go on Amazon and look at the reviews that customers have left on there. Look at this one. This is a review for this exact model. The guy is comparing it to his USA-made Fender Strats, and he's saying that the Eart is a much better guitar. That's not even me talking. I think at the end of the day, the biggest problem with these guitars is that the only excuse for not sounding good anymore is your lack of practicing. You can't blame the instrument anymore. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know what you think of this guitar, of course, down in the comments section below. And as usual, I'm going to have links for everything I was talking about, the guitar, the Boss IR200 unit, and I'll also put a link down there for my original review of my Eart T380. Another great guitar, not quite as cool as this one, but a little bit more affordable as well. Those guitars are going for between $300 and $400, so I'll have a link for that video down in the video description too. Guys, thanks a ton for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Happy New Year, and I'll see you soon.